Good morning, beloveds. Had a very long day yesterday, but it was a good day. You caught me after the park, but before we went downtown, the traffic to get down to the museum was pretty, and then we had a good time in the museum, and then on our way back out of the museum, we stopped at it was a little stand selling Italian ice, and the Italian ice was really good. And to get to the museum, we ended up parking on the other side of the botanical garden, so we walked through the botanical garden both times. And it was beautiful, beautiful. A little warm. And I had actually parked it in the shade. I got lucky and got a space in the shade of a sycamore tree, and it was still 102 when I got back in the car. When we got back in the car. So it was a good day. And then fortunately my aunt came to see my mom, so we were able to go home because I was out at 8:30 on the couch. So I hope you had as good of a day as I did. It looks like we've got a poem today. I mean, literally a poem. So it is June 11th. Our title is Trust. Our author is Florence, Scripps, Kellogg's, and this was published, not a poem, song, Hymns for the People from 1912, and the tune is What a Friend We Have in Jesus. I have no idea what that song is. I've never heard of it. Okay. And it's full of hymns and fathers, so we will be, let's see, since I'm just going to read it as a poem. Leave the future to our spirit, trust in it to care for thee, living bravely in the present as it gives thee light to see. And this is the refrain. All thy days are in its keeping, be they dark or be they fair, and it watches never sleeping, holds thee in its tender care. Take thy life as it may give it, for it knows what is best. Every day shall show thee duty, every night gives sweetest rest. And then you go back to the refrain, which is all thy days are in its keeping, be they dark or be they fair, and it watches never sleeping, holds thee in its tender care. It will teach thee all thy needest, guidance give from day to day. In the sunshine of the shadows, look to it, for it is the way. And back to the refrain. All thy days are in its keeping, be they dark or be they fair. And it watches, never sleeping, holds thee in its tender care. Okay. Whew, I always enjoy songs, right? No. Simply because, one, I don't know the tune, so I couldn't sing it if I wanted to, so hence doing it like a poem. But what the point of the song is it is reminding you to trust in spirit, to trust in God, to trust that, one, God's there, and two, that the guidance is available. And that's a big deal. That is a big deal. A big deal to look around at this world and say, yep, no, I believe in God. And two, to trust that the guidance of that spirit, that God, is available to us. Now, there are rules in how we get this guidance, and one of them is we've got to be willing to listen. So we've got to make time daily, which I'm going to remind you, spiritual practice, to we've got to set aside time every day to make sure that we get quiet and listen to that still small voice. So I'm going to lean back into treatment or prayer. That's when we talk to God. And then meditation is when we listen to God. And then if you look at the 5 steps of treatment, the really interesting part is the first 2 steps will lead you into meditation. So the recognition and unification. So when you recognize that God is, and then you recognize that you are a part of God, that's the unification state. Then that's when, and then if you just stop there, then that leads you into a meditative state where you are open to listening to the spirit that we are talking about. So that's an excellent way to do that. Then if you want to, after you've done your meditation, then you can maybe talk to God and go on. Or you set aside different times, do your treatment, do your meditation, but set up regular times where you are interacting with the source of your own being, where you are interacting with God. And that's part of what she's talking about. Like, this is an active, living spirit that we are interacting with. And it does care. Okay. I'm not sure that that's the right word, because it lives life through us. And so it does want us to have the best that we can possibly have, and to be the best that we can possibly be. And so the guidance is available. And so what we want to do is make sure that we are making time for it, that we are making time, and not just on Sundays. I know it's ironic that I'm doing this on a Sunday, but not just on Sundays, to make sure that we are making time every day to regularly interact with the spirit, with the source of our own being, to trust, as she is asking us to, that it exists, that it cares, and that the guidance is available. And so that's why we lean into the regular prayer. It was kind of funny so my mom is in town, and she met us at the park that we like to walk on Saturdays. And we talked about the fact that when we're in the park by ourselves, we like to, that it's a good place to pray. It is a good place to pray. And I think she was a little shocked that I was like, no, I do that too. I've had many a good prayer, in this park. It was, when I say by myself, my husband and I will go to the park together, and sometimes we'll get separated. And so if he's off doing, having running behind me or something, then I could take that opportunity and get a really good treatment in. And so, and it's also, when you're walking around in the park, I'm much more into the moving meditations. When, especially if we forget our music players, or even I can even do it with the music player, then it's a good time to listen, because you're in the, it's not silence, but in the natural sounds of the park, meaning when we're on the back half away from the road. So, so you have all of these opportunities. You don't have to just, as I like to remind you, meditation doesn't mean just sitting cross-legged on a pillow staring at a wall. You can do it walking in the park. There's a variety of other opportunities, and trust me, YouTube's full of guided meditations. If you would like a little guidance, if your little monkey mind likes to run away, then those guided meditations can be really helpful. So set aside time to regularly, the word that I just wanted just popped right out of my head. I was going to say conference, but that's not the word I want. To set aside the time to commune. That's the word. Commune with the source of your own being. Both talking to and listening to that source, that trust. And trust that the guidance that you receive, even when it's a little odd and you don't understand it, in the moment you will. All right. So then therein lies your mission. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to, live bravely in the present and make a point to listen to that, guidance. So I'm taking two lines out of it. live bravely in the present, and remember that Spirit will teach you what you need. Guidance will be given from day to day. Okay, so that's the mission today, should you choose to accept it. And then the second mission is the same one I give you every day, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself, whatever that looks like. Big, small, doesn't matter. Point is to practice on yourself. All right. For a variety of reasons, which I will say. One, I am encouraging you to create a habit. Create a habit of practicing love, kindness, and compassion on yourself every day. A first response. As I said, you are your own best test subject. You will get immediate feedback. Is this the most loving, kind, and compassionate thing I can do? Absolutely yes. Okay. There's a difference between kindness and nice, though, so bear that in mind. And I'm reminding you, you deserve your own love, you deserve your own kindness, you deserve your own compassion. I obviously want you to create the habit because you deserve your own love, kindness, and compassion. But it also because once you practice it and it becomes an ingrained part of who you are, then no matter what happens, that's how you can respond. Lovingly, kindly, and compassionately. We want to create a world that works for everybody. Responding to anything lovingly, kindly, and compassionately absolutely is the best way to do it. All right, so that's my suggestion, mission. The rest of them are simple. Oh, I didn't give you, well, if you've watched any of these, take a deep breath before you speak, take a nap, take a walk, eat dessert first, wear the nice clothes, make room for joy, make room for joy. All right. That's when I say eat dessert first, that's what I mean. Make room for joy. Your life is a special occasion. Treat it as such. Make room for joy. It is quality of God. It is a quality of you. You deserve it, no matter what is going on in the world. Okay. I do suggest doing something to engage your mind and your body. Unless today is your day of rest. And even there, a good stretch wouldn't be a bad thing. I overdid it yesterday, and so one of my calves cramped up. So I need a good stretch. Engage your mind and your body. Drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. The reason I cramped up is I probably didn't get quite enough water yesterday. I do drink a lot, though, so it was hot yesterday. So hydrate. Your brain works better when it's well hydrated. And early in your day, bright light. I haven't gotten my early in my day bright light. Well, artificial light. I haven't gone out and gotten a face full of sun yet. So I'm a little discombobulated, but it is my day of rest. So it is all good. So I am going to, circadian rhythm, hormone balance. That's why I suggest that face full of sun. And I'm talking 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. That's what you need to help reset that circadian rhythm. And it is science. You can look it up. So, okay. Ernest Holmes quote, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. That is what that song is talking about. God is all there is. What we have to do is recognize that. We have to be willing to look around the world and see God looking back at us. When we look in the mirror, when we look in each other's eyes, when we look at all of the mundane stuff and recognize that it all has the same source. It's all God. All right? Which means no matter what is going on in the world, 1, God is present, and 2, good is present. And sometimes, and I know you're going to clap back at me and you're going to go, okay, I'm in this incredibly messy situation and there is no good to be seen. Well, if you are in it, you are the good. All right. It means there's possibilities. So when we say open the windows of your soul, that's what we're talking about. Look for the possibilities and listen for the guidance that Florence was talking about today. Listen for the guidance. When we make the time to listen for the guidance, we always get it. Whether we like it or not, that's a different story. But yeah, it's always available. And as always, when we talk about opening the windows of our soul, take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice, look for the good and praise it. All right. So, I'm just, yesterday was a lot. I'm jumping into the social media part where I remind you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I am the running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. Please take advantage of that content. We do try and put up light, bright, funny, heartfelt, good stuff to help you, to help inspire you. Yeah, that's it. So take advantage of that stuff. If you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That will get you on the constant contact, and you can sorry, my brain is ducking out. I probably need to go eat something. So check the email. Once you get on that, the hot links in there are hot. If it says click here now, it'll take you right to the information you want, or to the person that can help you get the information as my brain glitches out again. All right, so I'm going to wrap this up by encouraging you to have a great day, wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a trusting day, a guidance day, a listening day, a prayerful day, a sun day, a restful day, a take a nap day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You're a beloved child of God. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. That is the truth of your being. I don't know what accent was about to come out there, so let's not do that. Know who you are. Know who you are. As the song says, it's about trust. Trusting that the source of your own being will be there always. And since it is the source of your own being, it is. All right, beloveds. So, Reverend David will be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. But more importantly, since today is Sunday, at least in 2023, we will have an amazing service for you right here on Facebook Live and up on YouTube later. So please join us for that. If you're in the area, come see us. And if you're not, well, it'll be available on Facebook Live at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm just starting to sound like a commercial. So I'm going to wrap this up and have a great day, beloveds. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.